Hi, this is Kendra from Pencil and Pigment, and today I'll be discussing intermediate color theory. I have done a video on beginning color theory. I will link that down below if you want to review that or you're not sure what color theory is. So today I'm going to be talking about the primary colors, blue, red, and yellow, as they pertain to warm and cool. So within each color, the primary color, there is a warm and there is a cool. So yellows that are a cool yellow have a green bias. So the closer your yellow gets to green, the cooler your yellow is going to become. Examples of that would be lemon yellow, cadmium yellow light, Hansa yellow light, nickel azo yellow. Your yellows that are warm are orange biased. As they get closer to the orange, your yellow becomes warmer. So examples of that would be cadmium yellow deep, Hansa yellow deep, new gamboge, or like quinacridone gold. This applies to all primary colors. So when you look at red, a warm red is going to have an orange bias. It's going to be leaning towards orange. And examples of those would be cadmium red light, cadmium scarlet, scarlet lake. A cooler red would be purple leaning or have a blue bias, and those would be like permanent carmine, permanent rose, quinacridone rose, alizarin crimson, but we know that alizarin crimson is a fugitive. It's not light fast. So if you look at your tube or pan of alizarin crimson, and it says PR83, that stands for permanent red 83, and that's not a cool red, that is light fast. So I would say find a better alternative. Looking at blue, same thing. A warm blue has a red or purple bias. I mean, purple's made out of red, so it starts leaning warm, and a really good example of that would be ultramarine. Cool blues that start to have a green bias. So these would be all your cool blues, your phthals, your Prussians, your ceruleans. When you place a warm color next to a cool color, you get a very high contrast. When you place two cools together or two warms together, they're harmonious. So when you go to compose your painting, you can make pieces stand out by using a cool next to a warm. And we're gonna go into that a little bit more, but I wanted to explain a little color mixing. So let's say hypothetically, you want to make purple. We know you can make purple or violet using red and blue. But we know that the complementary color of yellow, which is the color directly across the color wheel, is yellow. And when you mix complements together, it tones both colors down and they desaturate. They turn a very muddied brown. So you don't mix your blues and your oranges, you don't mix your red with your green, you don't mix your violets with your yellows. So when we go to make the perfect purple, or the brightest vibrant purple we can make, we want to make sure that the red and the blue we're using has no yellow in it. So to do that, you want to take a warm blue that is red based, that is purple based, like ultramarine, and you want to take a cool red that is blue based, it is purple based already, like permanent rose. And those together, because they're already towards the end of the spectrum, the warm and the cool will make the better violet. If you take a warm blue and a warm red that has yellow in it, you will make a muddied purple. It will be a grayish purple. It will be it won't be vibrant. Now that's a choice. Once you know the rules, you can learn how to break the rules. And if that is your style to paint in muted tones, you know how to do that. You have a color wheel, you understand color mixing, color theory, warms and cools. What's opposite, what complements, what goes together. So let's say you're painting For example, you're painting a picture of flowers, a still life. Let's say it's a vase full of cut red flowers, and you're painting your vase, and your vase is blue. Now, cool colors recede within a painting and warm colors come toward. So let's say somebody gave you this vase as a gift, then you want to highlight the vase within the painting. You would use warm, rich blues, so the vase is what pops out. Now, if this is a still life and you want to highlight the flowers, you would use a cool blue. So it recedes within the painting, and then warm, bright reds that pop and come toward. So that is kind of how you would combine these to create what you want. I highly recommend that you swatch your colors and you swatch them and see the combinations of all of them together to see what they create and what they do. All of them. So mix all your yellow, take one yellow, mix it with every red you have, and see all the combinations of oranges you create, and see where you get your warms and your cools, so you can figure out what you want to move forward in a painting, what you want to recede, what you want to be highlighted by using these colors in your artworks. I hope this helped a little bit. I hope this wasn't too confusing. I mean, we can get into high key versus low key. Like if you're creating a painting that is all light colors and pastels, that would just be called high key. And low key would be if you're doing all darks, all very dark, sort of jewel toned, dark browns, blacks, grays. Yeah, that is color theory as it pertains to warm and cool. So keep that in mind. I would say go online. There are printable color wheels that are very simple, and figure out what you have within your collection that is warm and what is cool, and maybe start to divide out and label that way. And so you can figure out, okay, I may not own the correct purple or the purple I want. Let's see what some of my warm blues and cool reds create. And see, like, how crazy is Kendra? Maybe I want to use a warm red and a warm blue, and see that sort of grayish purple. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.